open a drink with your boy, Zappa, professional stage ninja, because welcome back to Super Robot Wars Alpha. Wherein previously, Max got huge, but nobody said shit. Like, literally, nobody in the map, nobody after the fight. It's just like, yep, here you go, Zentradi Max. Have a nice day. Let's continue. Good. Continue to space. Tashido asked about the damage from the last battle. The colonies were saved by keeping the battle away from them, but everything from Lagrange 3 to Lagrange 5 is now a giant mass of debris. Lovely. These have been caught in Earth's gravity. To prevent them falling to Earth, the SIEG and the League military are busy taking them out with nukes specially positioned on Luna 2. However, the fallout and small debris means that the radar is basically useless for anything within the moon's orbit. Finding the irrigators as they approach with normal propulsion will be tough. However, concerning that, Exodor has a request. Exodor has requested that his group be dispatched for reconnaissance. Okay. Exodor notes that despite the peace treaty, there might be certain problems if his people kind of stick around. Rutai adds that despite the culture infusion, his people are still such that they must continue to fight to survive. If they keep sitting on their butts, some kind of revolt is likely. El is dubious, but Rutai says they can't afford to lose the culture they just got, and points out that his forces are more used to fighting the irrigators than we are. No. In return, Exodor will accompany our people. His knowledge of combat should surely come in handy. El thanks him deeply, but Exodor says it is no problem, and that he's also interested in the proto-culture. The culture. Exodor explains that squabbling over the Macross isn't just due to the tronium-based weapons it uses, there's also the ZEON crystals. A crystalline form made of metallic cells and with self-determination and self-awareness. Kentaro recalls that powerful and rude. Kentaro recalls that ZEON is the name of the god. Huh? Wow, this is written that badly. Kentaro recalls that ZEON is the name of the god. Indeed, the creator, that the Zell Belmari revere. Amen. Exodor explains that these crystals are outfitted with the Empire's Megalod units, we know them as the AGX-01 bugs, and that those units determine their enemies' capabilities and convey the information to the ZEON crystals at their core, the core of the Hellbour's fleet as well. These crystals take the information gained and cause their own capabilities and shape to change. And if the evolution continues to its final form, the resulting form is truly ZEON. A doomsday weapon, far surpassing either of the conflicting cultures. Exodor explains that the ZEON defeated a Zentradi fleet 10 cycles ago, right when that fleet was on the brink of taking out Rondekia's forces. Yes, solamente, by itself. Recall, however, these crystals are just the core. Taking them out will only result in the defeat of the fleet too. Okay, cool. I feel like something's missing here. Because there's a discussion here, and none of these children are on the screen. I don't even see Banjo. Alright, I'm just going to keep reading the guide because the guide is clearly following a path that I did not take. Recall that these crystals are just a core, taking them out. Exodor says that the latest form was the big mobile fortress we just faced. With additional input, it probably could be like Shin Get a Robot or something like that. Quattro makes the unpleasant observation that the harder you fight the arrogance, the larger its advantage grows. These guys could be harder to eradicate than the STMC, and Exeter observes that despite being my clones like you, the Empire is about to generate into a warrior race just like the Zentradi. Global points out, on the other hand, that if you can make peace with them, it'll be much easier to take out the STMC. Our squad had their doubts, but Global points out there's also the thought that it was also thought impossible to make peace with the Zentradi. Certainly, it seems like a good idea, something that only the others would like to believe in. Bancho thinks that Nerv and Sele probably don't see it that way, that they have another plan for living through the destruction, or maybe they even have a different definition of living through. Only a matter of time till instrumentality. Okay, so I read all that, and then here's fucking Max. Max is Zentradi now. Max is large. And everyone's talking about it. R7, I don't know what that is. So here's the addressing of Max's Zentradi now. He's large. And Milia is also large. Or perhaps they're Myclonites right now. Or they're not. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't Macross. Okay, here's the entire dialogue I just read. Great. Glorious. Wonderful. Poorly written guides. Assuming nothing and everything. This game. Very complicated. Very high power. Alright, here we go. Stage 63. Owari no Hajimari. The beginning of the end. Back at Nerv. The people at Nerv HQ are holding at level 1 alert. Maya can't figure out why, given that Kaoru was the final angel. Come on. Hugo wonders who's even left as Nerv's enemy, and Maya wonders what will become of the Avas. And where's Ritsuko gone? Nerv itself will probably be dissolved, and Alba doesn't even know what will become of the bridge crew. He's heard a rumor that the Titans were subordinates to Sele. He even thinks that the Avas will get posted to the Londo Bell. Looks like there's little to do but wait until the Human Instrumentality Project can start. Misato knows what the project is for. To combine all the dead-ended humanity. What? Why is this written poorly? The project to combine all dead-ended humanity into a complete single entity by artificial evolution. Sounds like a good defense for the STMC, but it's also clear that everyone will no longer be the people that they once were. And to do so, the Council plans to use the Avas instead of Adam or Nerv, just like Kaji predicted. She doesn't know where Kaji is, but given that what he had to go through to get this information to her, he's probably... Kill announced that the promised time has come. Time to use the only avatar of Lilith, Unit 1, to do the dirty work before the STMC attack. Gendo says that outside of Sele's scenario, a voice tells him that delaying things by sending Unit 1 to the Londo Bell won't work. Buyutsuki says that humans only exist to give birth to the Avas, and Gendo says that the Ava series should be used for helping humanity proceed towards a new age. A voice replies that it's not so urgent to ride on the life raft to the Ava. Oh my god, a voice replies that it's no so urgent to ride on the life raft that Avas provide that people have to cast off their human form. Time to wreck humanity so it can be reborn. Since the end and the beginning are at the same place, time to kill everything so that all can be one. Except Gendo points out that death gives birth to nothing. Well, Keel says he'll grant death to them all. Buyutsky says that the human existence lies in trying to go on living. After all, that was the wish that caused her to remain with the Ava of her own will. Misato has now figured out what the second impact really was, and notes that the Instrumentality Project was already active in ancient antiquity. Proto-culture, Nagasakaru, that song, the Zentradi, the Arrogators, the STMC. Thanks to Kaji, she started finally figuring everything out. But then... was she discovered while hacking? Alas, no. It's the beginning of the end. NerveNet connections are being cut from the outside, and the Magi are being hacked by 5 other Magi-type machines in Germany and America. Germany. Celia is finally going all out, and we're at the disadvantage. We can't isolate the databases, and control of the Magi would mean control of headquarters. Hyuga tells Misato that an 801 order has been issued. Transfer control of NERV to the Federation. It's the last warning, and the Magi aren't even doing that well. Maya then cuts in saying that Ritsuko is helping protect the Magi. Thank goodness she made it, but Misato is sure that our troubles won't be over with just a computer assault. In fact, their goal is the physical takeover of headquarters. Since NERV has the Avas, Adam, and Lilith, looks like the old men are getting impatient. Outside interference is halted for at least 62 hours. Alright. Sele realizes... oh, wait, no, here we go. Sele realizes that they can't get through NERV's 666 protection barrier. And Keel regretfully orders a direct assault on NERV HQ. I think that's enough awkward silence. So, because the schedule has been 1 episode per day, we're going to leave this as it is. I know that's kind of a cop-out, but this will help me catch things up and stay on target while I get the real route caught up to where we should be. Kind of a cheesy thing to do. Game. Wherein you give such massive priority to Evangelion that we had got 2 stages prior where it was a handful of our dudes against literally 1 enemy. And now we got a stage with a title card, with an intermission, and we didn't even get the map. Nothing popped up on screen, not shit. That's me throwing the controller. And this is me literally wasting time till I hit that 15-minute mark. Because, wow, this is ridiculous. So, let's go ahead and save. And next time, actual combat. I hope. 6 guys.